pass rush up the middle. He's a really tall guy. I think he's 6'6", real strong. Production didn't always match that skill set at Clemson. I know they played him outside to start his career at Clemson, and he had 7 sacks, but hasn't come close to that number. But they moved him inside. So, he's a guy that gives you that position versatility that a lot of teams like. You can play him inside. You can play him outside possibly. He makes sense here. I know, you would like to get, another weapon for Andrew Luck. A receiver, maybe like a DK Metcalf could fall here, or, a Marcus Brown, the speedster from Oklahoma. They're the sexy picks in this draft. But I wouldn't have a problem with Dexter Lawrence here at all, but I think you keep an eye out for the receiver spot too. They could go in that direction.
Well, I hope so. It's just a great chemistry that Ballard and Frank Reich have, and Frank Reich has just really won over the city. So I think they'll make some good decisions. Let's play the home card real quickly. NBA playoffs. The Pacers suck, but the Philadelphia 76ers are still trusting the process, if you will. They lead 2-1. They take on the Nets today at 3:00. Are you following that series at all?
A little bit, yeah. I think the Nets are done. I don't think they'll win another game in this series. I think the Sixers broke them psychologically the other night. They came into Brooklyn after Brooklyn stole game 1 on the Sixers' home court, and the Sixers just rode them right off the floor. Ben Simmons was booed every time he touched the ball. They played without Joel Embiid, which opened up some spacing for Ben Simmons to do what he did. He scored 31 points, just took over the game, 11 for 13 from the field. And he was public enemy number 1 up there in New York City, and he really put it back in their faces. So I think the Nets are done psychologically, and the Sixers will be probably playing the Raptors in the second round.
You're probably 100% right on that. And here's the thing: the Nets they had not finished over 500 since 2014. So it's good to see them get there. The Pacers are Oladipo unfortunately had an injury that put him out for the season, and I know he's been at the games, but it is what it is. The Celtics are just with Irving, and they just got too many weapons that we weren't able to come back. We're going in 0-4. I think it's about to get wrapped up and put us out of our misery. It's Easter weekend, Ed. I appreciate you joining us, sir, and shedding your expert insight. Any big Easter plans?
No Easter plans. I'm just going to kind of lay low, probably do some writing and post up to my tweet it out at my Twitter, Kratze, Kracze, or put it up on my website, which is footballmaven.io/Eagles. So, I'll probably be doing a mock draft for just the Eagles if anyone's interested. I'm just going to be doing sitting behind the laptop a lot this weekend. No real plans. How about you?
Nothing really. I'm going to church. Got to get my heaven points. It is Easter. I'm not Catholic, but it is. You're Catholic, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yep. I'll be there.
That's what I thought.
Sunday.
Yeah. Just a random thought here. What are your thoughts about the Notre Dame fire in Paris? I know that has been a huge thing and a huge story, and I know people have made jokes, me included, but it's nothing really to joke about. But do you have any thoughts on that at all?
Well, having been there, I've seen it. It's
wow,
one of the more
cool.
remarkable pieces of architecture you'll ever see, and just an amazing, awe-inspiring facility. I mean, you could spend the whole day just kind of walking around in there. I mean, that's the kind of facility it is, and to me, it's so old and such a treasure. It was just really sad to see that thing burning like it was, and it's kind of remarkable that they found some of the things that weren't hurt, even though the fire was surrounding them. That the thorn. The crown of thorns that Jesus allegedly wore was in there. That was found okay. They found a cross, which was, survived the fire, which is, you really makes you think twice about, there is somebody up there, making sure, keeping an eye on things, so to speak. So I was just, I was kind of a little bit sick to see that, to be honest with you. But that's because I've been there and I've seen it, and it's always one of those things. I was younger when I saw it, but I still appreciated it at that time, even being 17 years old when I saw it. It was still one of those things that I appreciated, and one of my lasting memories of a trip through Europe. I backpacked through Europe for a whole summer when I was 17, and that was one of the things that really stood out to me was the Notre Dame Cathedral, and to see it like that was really kind of sad for me.
Sure, I've never been there. Memories last lifetime, and also, I think part of the crucifix that was saved, parts of the wood in that cross were from the original cross that Christ was crucified on. So, lots of history within that. You can go back, to World War II. You can go back to just Napoleon. You can go back to so many historical dates that are linked to that facility. It's unreal. Well, anyway, Mr. Ed, have yourself a good Easter weekend, and we'll talk with you again
much,
soon. We're about to get geared up on some NFL. Can we get an amen?
Yes, sir. Well, let's go. Best time of the year. We'll talk again soon.
All right, buddy. We'll talk with you soon. You have yourself a good Easter weekend.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles, our official NFL contributor. I appreciate him jumping on and again doing our NFL mock draft. Thanks to Matthew Embry, WSTBT up in South Bend, our official Indy Car contributor, talking about Indy Car, because Indy Car is back in the month of May. We got the Grand Prix coming up in a couple of weeks, and at the end of the month of May, we've got the 103rd running of the Indianapolis 500. I will be there. I'll be covering it with Speedway Digest, and Speedway Digest editor-in-chief Steve Wilson was on with us earlier to talk some NASCAR, and then Adam Superfan, Mo from the BS Sports Show, 104.9 The Eagle, and Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, hey, remember seriously, in all seriousness, remember what this weekend's all about. And, a Christian like myself, whether you're celebrating the rise, the resurrection of Christ, or you're celebrating Passover, just remember how awesome it is to have Easter weekend and what it means. My name's Marquis El Presidente. Oh, yeah, welcome to the world, my awesome niece, Sophia Rose. We'll talk with you soon right here on the Balance Radio Network. Remember, don't drink and drive. It isn't cool. I'm out of here. Deuces.
Join us next week for The Balance. In the meantime, check us out on Twitter, T-Balance, or Facebook, The Balance, or online at www.thebalanceonline.com.